weekend, having an impact on managers. And so we have two important news that is going to impact the managers domino for this 2026 and also for the summer, of course. Because the first news is fresh from the morning, because Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur with immediate effect. It's over between the English manager and Tottenham Hotspur. And then the other side of Europe in Ligue 1, the story I told you overnight, Roberto De Zerbi and Olympique Marseille part ways with immediate effect. Two different cases, two completely different situations. Because Roberto De Zerbi decided to leave Olympique Marseille and the club agreed to accept this. So there were, from what I understood, no issues, no problems between the players and De Zerbi. Many players wanted De Zerbi to stay. There were no problems between De Zerbi and the management. So there was not a real problem between De Zerbi and Marseille, but just the recent weeks, the recent results have been really tense weeks and really complicated moments in terms of performing, also because of the Champions League. We saw what happened, and then the Classic against Paris Saint-Germain lost 5-0. So it's been a really difficult couple of weeks, and so De Zerbi felt that the best way was to say goodbye to Olympique Marseille with immediate effect, to help the club, to help the team. It's the manager at the end who has to do it sometimes when things are not working, despite having still a good connection. And so it's over between Roberto De Zerbi and Olympique Marseille, with the club accepting this decision from the manager, and so they agreed on the exit conditions last night. And so Roberto De Zerbi is available on the market, exactly the same as Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca is available on the market. In that case, the big difference is that Enzo Maresca's situation at Chelsea was quite tense, quite complicated, because in that case, between Maresca and Chelsea owners, management, the situation was not easy on the market and not only, so it was a completely different story. But in terms of contract and exit, is exactly the same. So part ways with immediate effect available on the market. And then there is Thomas Frank, guys. Thomas Frank case is completely separated, completely different, because in this case is purely about the results. Okay, Tottenham are in top 8 in Champions League, but what they've been doing in Premier League has been terrible, horrible in terms of results. Tottenham are currently 16th in the Premier League table, with some teams that still have to play. But in terms of results, the last couple of months have been really, really horrible in Premier League again, because in Champions League Tottenham did very well. But Champions League was not enough for the club. And so despite Thomas Frank last night, after beating Newcastle, after losing against Newcastle, telling the press, I am 1000% sure I should be in charge against Arsenal. I'm also sure and convinced I'm gonna be in charge against Arsenal for North London Derby. And when they ask him, do you feel your job is under threat? No, I spoke to the owners on Monday, so there is no issue.